Hello, boys.
Hello.
War of the Worlds 2025 edition. This is not really worth another watch this time. It is just really kind of, do we watch it in the first place?
Whose idea was this?
This was Christo, this one.
Did you watch this one?
Yeah, mate, you need to be punished for this.
Some movies are so bad, they're still bad, but maybe also brilliant? Join Nathan, Christo, and Big Trev as they dive headfirst into the cinematic dumpster to unearth the worst-rated films of all time. From forgotten flops to cult catastrophes, they bravely ask the question, is it really that bad, or is it worth another watch?
War of the Worlds 2025. Is it worth another watch? We're going to find out. 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Skyrocketed.
It climbed up.
From 0 from the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. 21% on the Popcornometer. And Adam Does Movies, who's a reviewer on YouTube, said, I really don't like how a lot of modern reviewers say outlandish statements like, this is the worst movie ever made, mainly because it devalues films like War of the Worlds, who had to work really hard to actually be one of the worst movies ever made.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on, this guy.
We punished ourselves because we saw the reviews and we thought, it has to be on this podcast.
Christo, when you called me up and said, mate, have a look at this film. It's been out for 2 weeks. It's 0 on Rotten Tomatoes after all this time.
Yep.
It's got to be the next podcast.
Yeah.
And
we have to. Even though this is worth another watch.
Is it worth a watch?
Let's start the cast. I don't want to bag... Look, I've got my Ice Cube T-shirt on today.
Oh, yep.
I don't want to bag Ice Cube. Ice Cube, arguably one of the greatest rappers of all time. One of the most influential. Movies like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday. Possibly another Friday. I don't know.
Yep.
He's got a legacy of good movies, but he's also got a legacy of
like,
bad
what was that? Triple X, the second Triple X movie he did? One after Vin Diesel? That was horrendous.
And didn't he do a Daddy Daycare or something like that? Like a sequel to Daddy Daycare?
I'm not too sure. I knew he was the police chief in 21 Jump Street, and he was great in that.
Yep.
He was great in that.
But then I don't know why
this thing.
He chose this.
I don't think he even knows why he chose this.
The money would have been there.
Yeah, obviously the money. And this was filmed in 2020, so it was in the middle of, I guess, COVID. And it's only just come out now. And I tried to do some research on why it's taken so long to come out, and I couldn't really find anything other than the fact that it was just shelved. And then they just gone, let's put it out now. But filmed in COVID, and they've gone... So there was a movie that came out sort of in the COVID peak as well called Searching. Very similar style, but that was a very good movie. They've tried to sort of mimic that in this single person reality because it was COVID, everyone was locked up. And we're going to, as we'll touch through and when we talk about it, it just didn't hit on any of those marks.
You saying that put all the pieces of puzzle together for me to the way they filmed it, and I was sitting there going, what is this bag of dog crap that I'm watching? And now that you mention that,
well, you look at like there's almost no scenes where there's multiple people in the same shot.
Yeah, there isn't, is there?
With his daughter and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it that you see throughout the whole film. There's no one else really.
The only time you see like a group of people is when it's just stock footage of people just in real life situations running away in war-torn like scenarios.
Google Images got it hiding in this film.
Oh, fuck, didn't it? So Ice Cube, Eva Longoria, who is a good actress, both a very, very phoned-in performance. Like, they're almost smirking through a lot of it.
He was terrible in it.
Yeah, I don't understand the casting. It's almost one of those films where it's just been put together with who was available at the time, and who was around, and who kind of had nothing to do and who wanted some money.
And who's got the latest iPhone that can give us some really good footage. It was just when we get into it, it just got worse and worse as the time went on.
The plot is based on the classic H.G. Wells. It has been done before a couple of times. Most notably the sort of Tom Cruise, but most notably The War of the Worlds, the radio play that caused massive chaos in New York City because people thought it was really happening and they all panicked and fled the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. At 20 minutes before 8 Central Time, Professor Farrell of the Mount Jennings Observatory, Chicago, Illinois, reports observing several explosions of incandescent gas occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars.
And then, you got the Tom Cruise movie. Yeah. That was big.
That was a good movie, yeah. I think that was really well put together. And then they decided that they wanted to try and redo it, but then make it nothing like anything else.
Well, there's also the War of the Worlds TV series that's been on the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, there has been one too, isn't there?
So the plot, roughly, Ice Cube works for
DHS.
Yeah,
I think
DHS.
it is Department of Homeland Security. He's in charge of monitoring everything that happens. Well, this is one of the things that confused me. He's the only guy in the office in DC, and he's keeping an eye on DC, but he has access to every camera everywhere in the world at any time, as soon as he wants it throughout the whole film. So
just by simply going camera on bus,
camera in fridge,
like you're typing stuff.
Just picks up a camera in the back of a truck at one stage later in the film, and it's like, okay, he has access to everything, which is like, okay, but it's one guy, and throughout the whole film, he's the only guy ever who's in this department that's working.
No one else is, just that one guy.
So it's primarily focused on Ice Cube and his computer, Department of Homeland Security, Homeland,
yes.
That's a new thing. Homeland Security, and he is tracking a guy by the name of the Disruptor.
God. Yeah,
original.
I will be releasing classified documents proving the surveillance industrial complex is using their top secret Goliath program to collect our personal data to use against us.
Then all of a sudden, while he's trying to do all that and try to sort out a family crisis with his daughter and his son, who he doesn't necessarily get along with, he's obviously, I think his wife had passed and he's obviously been living with that, trying to repair the family while looking after top secret shit. Aliens just happen to attack.
Because he gets that phone call from Eva Longoria's character saying that there's storms happening. You should look into this.
But also, why is she's from NASA? Why is she calling him to see if he's heard anything? And he makes the comment about, I watch people, not storms. I'm like, that's the first part. It's like, okay, that doesn't really check out. NASA is checking in with him to see if he's heard anything.
And what's the connection?
I don't know.
Why is she calling him?
We don't know. And there's obviously the two relationships that Cube has. He has the one with Eva Longoria's character, and then he has the one with the FBI character, and it's sort of this weird gel between the two. And it's like, where does everybody tie in? Obviously, the FBI are chasing the Disruptor, kind of understand. But the Eva Longoria character, because then we see it at the very end of the film when they're together.
Yeah.
She's in the photo with him.
Like a happy family photo.
It was odd. So the aliens all of a sudden just sort of...
but that happens in the first 10 minutes. That's the one thing that really gave me the shits about this whole movie. Like, he was tracking his daughter, trying to figure out what the storm was, find the Disruptor, have an argument with his son, and then all of a sudden in 10 minutes, around about the 10-minute mark, the aliens attack. And I was just like, oh my God, this is giving me a headache. I had to pause it so I could get a Milo.
Aliens arrive, and it's all about trying to work out... Look, and we're going to ruin the plot for anybody.
But, spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah.
No one's watching this movie after listening to this podcast.
Well, can I tell you what, though? It's the number 3 most streamed movie on the planet.
Yeah, because everybody wants to know, why is it so bad?
It's so
bad.
The
one thing I hated about this is that everything was done by his computer. So everything was like he clicks on a button, so you watch the big computer click on the button, and everything was a point of view. But everybody's face was like this close to the camera, like so close, right up their nose. And they kept asking him, what should we do now? What are we doing? What's happening? And they're asking him, and they're looking at the alien.
I was trying to keep track of where they were going with the entire movie, right? Because you know that in the end, they're going to try and take down...
Yeah, but he had an answer for everything.
But in the middle of all that, he's ignoring, like, there's an alien attack outside, and he is ignoring the director of the FBI, the president, and whoever else to concentrate on his family matters, which I get.
Yeah.
But realistically.
Yeah. I love the scene when he's talking to his son about, like, being fully emotional about his wife and everything, and then the director of the FBI calls and he just hits the ignore button. And it's like, but that's like happens 3 or 4 times in the film where he just ignores somebody that's hugely important when it's all going down. It's like, I'll get back to you later. I need to deal with this family issue. My daughter's not eating enough protein.
The other one was when she's running away and she's got that massive bar of metal in her leg, and then gets her into the car, and then as she's driving away from the aliens, he stops, the lovely music comes on, and he goes, I was wondering why you didn't invite me to your baby shower.
I don't blame you for not wanting me at your shower.
Now? We have to do this now?
And I was like, for fuck's sake, just drive her into a wall. I wanted the movie to be over.
Question about the Tesla, and I was going to ask this because, Christo, you've got a Tesla.
Yep.
Can you program a Tesla to just drive somewhere like that, like he did?
Not in Australia.
Not in Australia. So America,
in America, you've got full autonomous control, which you can do. Yeah. I don't know whether you can hack it from the Department of Homeland Security.
Well, Cube did do everything in this movie, so I'm not surprised.
He literally, in this movie, clicked on one thing, put the license plate into the computer, which then allowed him to access. And then when the Tesla battery was running low, he then hacked it to extend the battery out a little bit more. Yeah. And I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Because I could sure as hell use that.
And what about with the fact that everything that he does is instant?
No.
Yeah.
Clicks the button, instant. Don't have to wait. Nothing. No. There's no buffering. There's no loading. Nothing. Just instant.
So while you're on the subject of that, the technology, right? The world is going to shit. Now, I don't know about you guys, but just say you go to like a big concert, right? And you're in this concert and you try to use your phone. You cannot use your phone because there is 80,000 other people attempting to use their phone, right? So the equipment is shit, or the service is shit. This guy manages to get perfect WhatsApp video calls happening during a crisis.
It's definitely a WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams,
Amazon.
Almost propaganda style film, is it? Amazon.
Well, I wonder whether, and this is one of the questions that I've got, I wonder whether they had this plan to go to Amazon prior to making the movie, because the Amazon references are out of control.
Wait, give him an Amazon gift card for $1,000. We can get it to you. Primaire, I need you to place an official order on Amazon to activate the drone.
Nuts. Do you guys believe when he was explaining stuff, I just couldn't see him as a genius doing this, because everything he was doing was just next level, like an IQ of like 180.
Yeah, but there's obviously that scene when he's reading his brief to the president and everybody else, and you can tell he is literally reading it off the script for the first time of the whole film to everybody that's listening.
Mr. President, gentlemen, we're seeing a full attack on our infrastructure, on power grids, water, communication, and top-level military targets. They knew exactly where they were going, and they are systematically eliminating resources and our ability to coordinate a response.
And I also found that a lot with Eva Longoria's stuff. It's like they said, look, just look panicked and say that you're in trouble and in danger. And
what about how much she's moving around as well?
I'm at the Meteor. I'm in a building. I'm at my house.
What other plot holes did you guys find in this movie?
Big one for me was early on when you've got the president's safe. He's in a safe location. Cuts to him. He's just sitting in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Just chilling. That first guy that came on when they had that first meeting, I thought he was the president, and he was on a golf course.
And he's there again later. Like the world's falling apart, and he's not left the same location at the golf course.
Yeah,
smoking the same cigar.
The same cigar.
He's like, look, I'll be in this film, but I'm not interrupting my day of golf, guys, and I'm going to hold the camera up to myself, and I'll record all my lines in one go and do with what you want with it. Literally, that's how he comes across in this film.
One other thing that I noticed, though, I don't know whether you guys noticed, when they're showing where the alien attacks were happening around the world on the map. Did you look at Australia?
No? Well, what happened?
Well,
Ayers Rock was copping a hiding, wasn't it? It was right in the middle.
But Ayers Rock. And then it looked to be somewhere probably halfway, maybe Longreach was getting attacked. Yeah. Because nobody on the coast, it was not in Sydney, it was not in Melbourne, it was not in Brisbane, it was not on the Gold Coast, it was not anywhere along.
All that data at Ayers Rock.
Yeah. So I'm glad somebody else noticed that, because I went, where are the aliens? Let them come to Australia.
Yeah.
Because they're dumb.
And they're going to get heat stroke.
I thought the same thing.
In a world of rewatch podcasts, this is the Don't Rewatch Podcast. Worth another watch.
Okay, this is going to be a tough ask. What, if any, were the best scenes of this movie?
I don't think there was any good scenes. I think there was an okay performance from his daughter, and there's a couple of scenes that she's in. You're like, okay, yep, I can see, yep, no problems.
Yeah.
But there's literally, and I'm usually pretty positive. And look, I watched this twice, as I always do, and I got to stop doing this to myself. But I watched it twice, and I'm pretty good at trying to find something that I can pick out and go, yep. But I took notes on my phone, and there's probably 25 points, and there's not one good one.
I've got 4 sheets of paper, and everything was just
I've just got plot holes. I've got things that make no sense to the storyline. I cannot find anything.
There was something good. You know how when you watch it on Prime Video and the ads come in? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I felt really good when the ads came in because then I got to get up and leave.
I'm just going to jump in something here. My biggest gripe with the storyline, and it's when we find out that Cube can use a program to change the voice of the disruptor, and then he realizes it's his son. Been chasing him for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then didn't do it. Then,
as a member of the Department of Homeland Security,
would that be one of the first things you try to do?
Yeah, try to decode the voice.
Yeah, that was one for me. I was like, oh my God, this is just, and that's, that's not early on in the film, but it's sort of probably halfway through. But you're like,
but that's the whole thing. He finds out it's his son. There's this massive reveal that's supposed to be massive, but it's not exciting whatsoever. Oh, it's you, and he goes, yeah, it's me, Dad.
It's you. It's you.
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
How could you, man? How could you? My own son is hacking the government.
You know, for someone who spends their life watching, you sure do miss a lot. Look, the past is the past. I'm ready to work together now. Are you?
He becomes effectively a traitor within the space of minutes, but then nobody tries to contact him?
No one.
No.
And then he's getting messages from people to talk about it, and they're like, hey, didn't you just
betray your country?
Yeah. It's all over the news instantly all of a sudden. That was the other thing as well, is things were instantly making the news.
Yeah, so quickly. Yeah. When the aliens were attacking, there was so many different shots from airplanes on YouTube everywhere.
Now, I like to call this segment Nathan's Notes. Nathan makes lots of notes about the movie.
There's just I'll just do a couple because there was a couple things.
No, go in depth because I feel like you've spent 180 minutes watching this film.
I had a couple little things that I just pick out. One of them was when the FBI raid the house, the unit, to try and find him early on, and she's holding up her mobile phone on FaceTime back to Cube with the gun. And they're breaking into this house to try and find him. They're all wearing body cams, but she's still holding the phone up to herself so that Cube can see her. And I'm like, okay, there you go. You've got to obviously get your stock footage, and you've got to explain it somehow. So that drove me nuts. The other one as well is, this is very early on, and Cube's daughter mentioned that he's doing the graveyard shift, but she's out getting her breakfast, and he's just started work. So I was like, graveyard shift? I don't really understand.
In the Department of Homeland Security, only one person does the graveyard shift? Because shit doesn't happen overnight.
And then I guess the other big thing as well is, so there's 3 times in this film that he thinks that his kids have died.
Yes.
And he doesn't even react.
No.
At all. And then at the end, we think he dies and his kids kind of react. But the 3 times twice he thinks I think we think his son's died and once his daughter. He doesn't even react. And at one stage, he looks like he's almost smirking.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was really brutal. And that's where he's a good actor. Cube's a good actor. He's done some good stuff. But that was really tough to watch. And it was just like, what the hell?
Don't forget that Eva Longoria, we all thought she died at one point as well.
Yeah, and then all the bugs. And then, I thought they attacked her and killed her, but no, she kept them as pets.
And
no reaction.
She came back absolutely unharmed because all the alien bugs wanted was her phone.
Oh, the other one as well is he's in front of a computer screen the whole time, but you never see a reflection of the screens in his glasses.
That's because he's got those Specsaver ones that, they don't reflect back. Yeah.
But there's a few times where you see the green screen.
Oh, is there?
So,
oh, damn it. I missed that.
So it's like looking at Christo now, you can see the reflection in his glasses because he's on a computer. Cube, though, nah, nothing. Couldn't see anything at all. They're most of my notes. I think we kind of touched on most of my notes throughout the episode. So they were kind of my notes. I just think, looking back, and there was just no way that anything was getting tied in together. It was just so poorly done. I think at one stage when, something gets killed, he just screams out, got him.
There was one scene that I was watching Ice Cube, and as he reacted and moved, the set behind him sort of bounced. So it wasn't a well-made set.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you could see the wobble of, the photo on the thing or whatever. So I actually wonder whether they just set that up at his house with one camera and said, we're going to build a set in your house.
Did. Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere. Just read the script and we're done.
It's almost like there's no director either, so he's been given the script. This is kind of how we want you to do it.
And then we'll put it together later.
Look, I get, if this had have come out during COVID, if this had have come out in sort of 21, maybe 22, we'd kind of understand. But
to hold it for 5 years.
Hold it for this long and release it. And look, I think we sort of, you look at how many times Amazon's mentioned, how often WhatsApp and Microsoft Teams are used, Tesla, all these big technology companies, they would have paid money to make this film. So you didn't really need to release it. You've sort of made your money back. You could have just shelved this one forever and saved me 180 minutes of my life.
Mate, you did that to yourself.
You got nothing else to blame but yourself. And then Ice Cube probably would have got paid maybe $10,000 worth of Amazon cards. So
he just gets paid in Amazon cards.
It just, everything didn't make sense. And the one thing that I laughed at was the group photo at the end. Like, we brought it up before. This massive, but everything is, you can tell them, can you send me in a photo of yourself in the backyard and we'll just paste it in there? I'm like, for fuck's sake. And then Evil Longoria is in the background. I'm like, fuck off.
Can I read you some of the reviews? Amazon's War of the Worlds is a shockingly inept adaptation that would have H.G. Wells rolling in his grave, with Ice Cube delivering a performance so embarrassing he may want to consider leaving the planet.
on Letterboxd, it's been viewed 67,000 members. And when I tell you that there are hundreds that I can see 5-star reviews for this film, they must all be taking the piss because someone's gone, I didn't watch this movie, but it's probably the best movie ever made. 5 stars. Love it.
It's silly, shoddy, and features far too much of rapper-turned-leading man Ice Cube staring at a computer screen while looking as if he's working through a reasonably urgent digestive ailment. Even with the Prime subscription, you have to sit through 2 minutes of ads to watch 90 more of what amounts to a feature-length commercial for all things Amazon.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It is literally the product placement, the biggest product placement movie of all time.
Close to it. The Transformers was probably the biggest one.
It have to be.
But when he called, I had to ask, was it worth another watch?
When it all comes down to it, is it worth another watch?
Ask Nathan, he watched it twice. Idiot.
It's not, and you know what? In the last couple of weeks now, we've watched some bad movies, some bad ones. I didn't think. Well, I thought it would take a long time to be till we find a movie that was worse than Superman: Quest for Peace, Revenge,
Quest for Peace,
Revenge. See?
Revenge.
I've got revenge on my mind. There you go. This is the worst, and I don't know if we can find a film that's going to be worse than this.
Well, that's what you said about
so bad.
Superman: Quest for Revenge.
I've watched 2 more since then, and then 3 now, including this, and this is the worst.
Okay.
So we're 5 in, and this is
up there.
So
it is not worth another watch.
So out of the 3 episodes, War of the Worlds,
number
top,
1,
Superman, The Revenge for Questing, number 2. and
Revenge for Questing.
And number 3 is the Fantastic Four. War of the Worlds, avoid it like the plague.
Catch the Plague. I hear it's better.
Or just go on Amazon and buy yourself a gift card.
Thank you.
Thank you, boys.
Please rewind this cassette before returning it to your video library.